Okay, welcome to Grand Fridays live episode 24, I believe. Episode 24. I am GrandZ. Shout out to everybody who hops on and off the live on Facebook. Shout out to viewers on YouTube. Like and subscribe on the GrandZ Insert Greatness Here page. Happy Friday. Hopefully everybody's off work. If you're not off work and you see this, appreciate it. Taking the time. This week I'm gonna be kind of short and sweet, man. Normally, I do this show and it's hour and a half, but I kind of want to, get in, get out today because I got a few things that I kind of need to do and want to do before my activities tonight that I have to partake in. So, I do have a new beat. Today, but as far as things to talk about, I was like, man, do I come in here and do a full episode or do I just play the beat, play something, get up out of here? I've been in an R&B mood lately, so when I make my stuff, I've been truly in the R&B space. I don't know if it's because the weather changing and make you colder. So, it's time to, for those who are single, it's time to boo up. For me, it's time to be with my lady. This week also something different is that I'm actually not having a adult beverage. I'm drinking water. So cheers. Cheers to everyone for the weekend. So, I'm still looking rough, but this probably will be the last Grand Fridays episode that I am looking this badly. As far as the nappy little beard, long goatee, hair all over the place, that type of stuff. So. Let's get started though. I want to hear some music. I'm gonna play a beat, man. Let's go. I gotta get my energy up. All right, so it's only right to start off with a beat. Again, welcome to episode 24 of Grand Fridays. Just to recap before I played the beat, usually this show, weekly is an hour and a half. I usually kick with y'all for an hour and a half, talk about things that's related to music or myself in some type of way, play beats. This week, I'm going to be short and sweet. I know it's been some Fridays where I said that I'm going to be short and sweet, but literally I'm going to be short and sweet this Friday. I do have a new beat. I was working on another beat. Like I said, I've been in the R&B mood, so the beat I'm going to play today is going to be R&B, maybe a hybrid R&B rap type of beat, but more so R&B to me. And I may give you a taste of what I've been working on as far as a new beat that I definitely play live next week. As far as topics this week, it really wasn't nothing that really sparked my interest of this week. I'm really excited about certain things that I got going on that I'm going to be able to share in the upcoming weeks. Man, I wish I could share it today, but I can't. So I'm going to wait. But little teaser. But pretty much happy Friday again to everyone who's tuning in. Thank you for hopping on and off the live. Like I said, every Friday, 5 p.m. we do this. We shoot the breeze, talk about music topics, anything that I feel like talking about. This week, I'm gonna really try to stay in the. I'm not gonna go on any rants this week or nothing like that. Like I said, I'm chilling. I'm cool. I'm in a calm mode where I kind of want to be in. I'm in creator mode. So when I'm in creator mode, I really want to focus on that more so than in my free time than take a moment to do the show. But because I'm committed to doing this show and all of the different content areas that I'm doing, I said, man, I gotta hop on today. I gotta do the show, and I got a new beat anyway. So let's dive in. So the first thing, I'm probably gonna get the sad topics out the way, just to keep the energy high at the end. One thing that I just saw a post was about Amanda Lewis. So Amanda Lewis being a former BET and MTV video jockey, a VJ is what they used to call him. She's 47 years old. She has announced that she's fighting stage 3 breast cancer, that she's been fighting for the last 2 years. And because this is Breast Care Awareness Month, I believe it started yesterday, October 1st. She wanted to, make it known that that's what she's been fighting and encouraging people to go get tested. So women, go get yourself checked out, mammograms, all of that. I know I'm a guy, but I've had family members who've had it and are breast cancer survivors. But I also know people out there who have unfortunately passed away from it. So I've had people that I know that have had people who've passed away due to it. So it's really important to take care of ourselves in general. I think that that's something that I've echoed on past episodes, making sure that you take care of yourself, make sure that you're aware. I know that our community, our Black community, the doctor, it's funny. Before I make my statement, it's funny that that in our culture, that certain things that were taboo are not being as taboo anymore. Something that is becoming a constant daily conversation, and that's mental health. But something that we still kind of shy away from as a community is our physical health, our general health. And it's just like, as much as we talk about our mental space, we got to take care of our physical too. So that goes from eating better, that goes from working out, that goes from what we put in our bodies to just getting the proper sleep. and definitely going to the doctor and all these things. And I know that it's a pandemic going on, so we're definitely trying to be careful, and we're a little weary of interacting with people and things of that nature, or even a doctor's office, because you know on the surface it's like, why would I go to the place where there's where all the germs are at, right? Like, why would I go to where the germs are at the hospital? But the reality is, we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves. Even in this pandemic, we got to figure out ways to, educate ourselves mentally to take care of our physical bodies. So the fact that Amanda Lewis, announced that, and that's big. I know that she may not be as known as she was last decade, maybe late 90s, but definitely last decade. But the reality is that we gotta take care of ourselves, especially the older that we get. I know for me, I came on here a couple weeks ago talking about taking care of myself, trying to do better, because as I get older, I feel different changes throughout my body. You know what I mean? Like, things just, how when you were in your teens or in your early 20s, you can go ahead and eat burgers and fries and everything, and like, I used to eat whole pieces by myself. You know what I'm saying? I used to be super skinny, and I used to eat mad pieces, especially in college. $5 Papa John pizza. Don't judge me on Papa John's. I know. It was a deal, man. You had an ID and you had a fin. You just go there, show them the ID, give them the $5. You had a whole large pizza to yourself. So, you know what I'm saying? So I used to eat all of that by myself, like on a consistent basis on Tuesdays. But, now in my early 30s, it's not the same. Can't bang pieces, can't kill it like I used to, and if I do, I feel it. So, yeah, man, chopsticks. Nah, I can't eat that no more either. But just trying to make sure that we take care of ourselves. So the fact that she mentioned the fact that she has stage 3 breast cancer. One, stage 3 is really critical. All stages are critical. You need to take precautions and definitely see a doctor. But when you hear the stage 3, when you hear stage 4, when you hear those higher stages of cancer, period, no matter what it is cause for pause. And so prayers out to Amanda Lewis and for her loved ones who just found out about it, because that's something too that she mentioned. Like, she didn't share it with anybody. So for the last 2 years, people may have seen her, and I'm starting to see her recently. Before this even happened, I started seeing her more, and I was like, man, she looked exactly the same. Like, at 47 years later, she looked exactly the same. And come to find out that she's, going through that is, it's amazing to still look the same. But I'm sure I'm sure it's hard as well. So prayers out to her, and definitely we got to take care of ourselves. I know for me, I've lost actually 13 pounds. Like, I lost 13 pounds. I don't know if it translates on camera or nothing like that, but I lost 13 pounds on purpose in these last 3-4 weeks, just trying to make sure I take care of myself. Like, I was 212 a few weeks ago, and then probably 6 weeks ago I was 212. Now I'm like 196, 197, and I'm just trying to make sure that I'm healthy. I start feeling different. I started feeling different pretty much, and just wasn't feeling the same. And normally when I carry 210 or over 200, I usually feel good because I'm active. But because of a pandemic, and along with just life just getting really, really busy, I'm not as active as I once was, but I'm still eating the same, which, like, dumb, you can't do that at that point. So I'm slowly but surely trying to work on my physical health as much as I work on my mental and spiritual and emotional health. So I think that's something that we need to do as a community, to, one, encourage each other to work on that, but two, consciously and consistently do it. So, prayers out to Amanda Lewis and her situation. So that's the first serious topic. The next thing, like I said, is short and sweet this week. I'm already 15 minutes in. I'm going to try to keep it at 45 minutes. Definitely less than an hour today. Is the President Donald Trump and his wife have been diagnosed with positive test COVID, coronavirus. And the reason why I guess this is news is because one, he is the president and he is a celebrity. But the other thing is because he has been preaching about COVID is not that big of a deal, it's harmless, and he's been walking around without a mask for the whole time, him and his people not wearing masks. And now he's finally got a positive test of COVID 19 at the age of 74 years old. So I guess, and I've on my timelines and just different articles, I've seen people crack jokes. I've seen people happy about it. It was crazy because on one of my social media pages, I think my SFG clothing page, like one of my pages, it was like, send me on Twitter, it was like a tweet that was like, I hope he dies and things of that nature. And I just was like, wow, that's crazy. So one thing for me, like, I'm gonna be straight up. I don't care one way or another about Trump, president, celebrity, businessman. I don't care about Trump. And I had statements when he first became president. I kind of felt like he would become president because of the way society was moving at the time, and just when you speak things into existence, no matter if you're a good person, quote unquote good person, or a bad person, like if you speak things to existence and you think it works for you, don't think that person who's spoken into existence since 1985, you can go do you go do your Googles and see back in 85, back in 87, 88, he had been talking about becoming president and how he would become president. And now in 2016, he became the president. So just manifestation works both ways. So that's just what I believe personally. So the fact that he's the president, I'm not shocked by it. And that's why, like, I haven't let it impact my mind. I don't really care what he says or not, because to me, I think people will be people. So if there's evil afoot, there's evil afoot. If there's racist people out there, they're going to be racist regardless of who's the leader in charge. And if his stupidity at 74 or his purposeful behavior at his age can incite craziness like that, then I feel like those people wanted to do it anyway. They just needed a reason behind it. But that's just my thoughts. Like I said, not here to get super political or, try to get people to agree or nothing like that. But that's just how I feel about Trump. But on the flip side, Trump is a human being and we all are human beings. And personally, I don't think people should just die because of their ignorance and stupidity. Like, that's not the reason why he should die. COVID is a serious matter. So when we joke about it, no matter if it's President Trump or just the idea of we start doing a Rudy Gobert type of bull and joking around and touching everything, and then you pretty much single-handedly shut down the league. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking about shutting down the league, but you do that dumb stuff like Rudy Gobert. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much, like we need to not put that in the atmosphere, wish death upon people, you know what I'm saying? Because the same way manifestation works, and in my belief that manifestation works and prayer works, is the same as, speaking ill will to people and karma. You know what I mean? I believe in all of those things. I believe all those things. I believe that the energy you put into the world is the energy you receive back. So when you make those jokes, when you crack those things, and you like, man, I was just joking, I was just kidding. I mean, you never know how the universe will, put that back on you. Just, you could have just been joking or cracking jokes or thought it was sweet or thought it was funny. But the reality is you just never know how it comes back full circle. So, well wishes to Trump and his wife, and hopefully they can beat it. The crazy thing now, I'm gonna play like what if he did pass away? Like, what would that look like for the country in the upcoming months of election? Like we've had, none of us were alive, I don't believe, who's watching this live, had a president die in office. Well, some people may be alive because JFK, I just thought about JFK. I was thinking of former presidents past, but like, what happens if the president passes while we're in the middle of an election? Like, does that mean Pence has to find a VP? I don't know. Like, that's why I said, like, I don't want to get real political on this show because this show's about music, me playing beats. But that's just something that you should think about in your spare time, and not to mention just like, what if that did happen? How do you think that will impact the country? How do you think do you think that with the passing of President Trump, that's the only person who's keeping us from, having a utopia in America? Like, no, no. So, my opinion is, don't put that energy out into the world. Put positive energy in the world, you get it back. And President Trump, yeah, I don't rock with nothing he talking about or what he do, but at the same time, I'm not gonna put that energy out. I ain't gonna put that energy out to the world that he died, especially over COVID. So yeah. All right, so like I said, done with those two serious topics. I do have a new beat, and it's R&B related. I'm gonna get into new music because there's a lot of new music that dropped today, and it's some good music. It's some you know what I'm saying. But you be the judge, and you go listen on your your streaming platform, whatever you use. So something that was really cool that I checked out this morning a little bit. Like when I wake up, especially on Fridays, because of I usually have to conduct a meeting every Friday at like 9:30 in the morning. And it's just like, man, to conduct a meeting every Friday at the same time with 30 people on it is just like, but yeah, man. But I need energy. I need some type of energy. So and because I love music, I can wake up and listen to it immediately. You know what I mean? And like, it's crazy because my wife asked me, like, how do you wake up and just, how do you turn this on? How can your ears hear that already? And it's just like, I need that energy. And music sometimes in certain moments do that for me. So, man, so this morning I checked out Bryson Tiller anniversary. I see in the chat, shout out to Stokes. What up, man? What up, bro? Tiller is doo-doo. Like I said, I listened to it. I skimmed it. Yeah, man. So it's like, I'm just saying about Bryson Tiller. I think he's decent. I think he's decent. I don't think that he's terrible, but I don't think he's great. And I think that somebody who has a limited vocal range and who has, who had a niche sound, it's kind of hard to take X amount of years off. And you could say for whatever reason, I know like the way he started off his album on the intro is talking about him being hesitant to release stuff because the sound is different and he's second guessing himself and wondering what the people are thinking, and people are telling him, no, you just got to drop music, you got to drop it. And the reality is like, I know both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? As a artist myself, just dropping music, when to drop music, that type of thing. Like, I understand, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to make the perfect record or body of work, and you don't want it to be, ignored. That's just truth about artistry. You don't want it to be ignored, especially when you put your energy, you put your time into something. You don't want to be ignored. I don't care who you are or whatever you're creating. But when you've had that type of success that he had, where it skyrocketed him to the top of as one of the top artists at the time, and we in a span where you can be shot up to a top artist, you be shot up to a top artist today, literally today, and then 3 months later, if 3 months, like fam, you out of it, you cold. People saying that about the Migos, you know what I mean? Like, no one cares about listening to the Migos at this point, and it's like that's not true for me, but that's really what happens. Is like, you could be hot, you could be the hottest thing, and you be the hottest thing for years, but the moment that you take your foot off the gas, or the moment that you kind of go away for happy things or bad things, like, people forget about you, and when you come back, there's a certain expectation. And the sad thing about Bryson Tiller, I just don't think that he had enough to take this much time off. Now, granted, to his defense, in that time, along with worrying about what the sound was and how he could adapt to it, he had things that happened. One, he dropped the album before that had some decent records, and had one really great record called Run Me Dry. That was on his last album. He put out some good features throughout that time as well, but he had a baby. He fell in love and he had a baby. Like how can you knock somebody for having positive things that happened to him? And he got married. I think they got married. But you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's positive things that's happened in his brother's life. He's growing and maturing, and so he's doing that. But as a consumer, you don't care nothing about none of that. You just want the hits. You want the music to be the soundtrack of your life and set the moods and the trends of what you got going on. So that's the part about being in the music business. And that's the unfortunate part too, because it's a business. And the moment that you lose out on your customers go to the next competition, or someone who makes music similar to you, then that's the end of it. But getting back to Anniversary that dropped today, that's the name of his album. I just thought that it was really no push for this project. I don't know if it's a bad project. I know, Stokes, you said it's doo-doo. But I feel like if we're talking about just his vocal presence, then I agree. It's trash. But if I'm talking about just the overall songs and his style and how it meshes and how it's compared to the rest of the field, I think it's all right. I think it's in the middle of the pack. It's not great. It's not trash in that sense. I just think that when you go on for too long, it's like a reintroduction, and if you don't come with a huge presentation along with the backing of everybody, and really pushing a song to really build up, it is not gonna work, because he was dropping records and those records were mid. Those records was like, and even one record that was okay, it's on the album's called Inhale. That was a song that he dropped a couple weeks ago, and the thing is, like, he just put things out back to back to back, and it went kind of under radar. And then the funny thing too is that a week prior, he re-released his first album, Trap Soul, with 3 new songs on it. And I'm pretty sure that those songs was either recorded throughout these last years that he's been gone, or it was recorded during the sessions, songs that probably didn't make Trap Soul. But the reality is, they brand new songs to us. So why put out your why re-release a deluxe version of your first album when no one is paying attention or caring about it? 3-4 years later, and then you put brand new songs that nobody's going to pay attention to unless they really love Bryson Tiller. And then a week later, wait, I take it back. Not only did he put that album out, he then put out the single "Always Forever," I think is the name of the song that's on his on this new album Anniversary. He put out his single for the album. You like whoever's with him marketing wise just did a bad job. It's like you drop these mid to weak songs that you can tell are old records, and then you for like the last 4 or 5 weeks, and then you drop your old album and drop new songs on it and don't let nobody know. You just happen to log into your your streaming site and see that there, and then you find the new single, which is cool. The new single is dope. I like that song. But you then a week later drop the album. It's just not enough build up. It's not enough of a presentation to to the consumer, to the average listener. Like, we haven't seen Bryson Tiller since Wild Thoughts. For the common music listener, you haven't heard him since Wild Thoughts, which was like 2017. It's 2020. You can't just come out like that and just bombard us. Another person who's kind of been doing that lately too, but has the leeway to kind of do that is Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is somebody who we ain't getting no new music for like years, like 5 years from Lil Wayne, and then he drops the Carter 5. 2 years later, he drops the Carter 5 Deluxe with like 10 new records that I'm sure were probably recorded within the last couple years or so. And he puts that out. But at the same time, we kind of been getting newer music from Lil Wayne. He's been on a bunch of features here and there. And it's Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has earned the cachet to be able to do something like that. So I just feel like we need to, when you in that state, you got to make sure that you drop, hot music, and you got to have support. And you got a song with Drake on there. And that song with Drake was the first song I checked out before I went and checked out the rest of the album. Because it's Drake. Everybody knows, Drake is my dog. That's who I listen to. So I listened to the record, and the record is cool. From Drake's point, it's just a mid-okay Drake record. But, I mean, Drake does his thing like normal. But it's just the structure of the record isn't... I don't want to get too nerdy because, like I said, I want to be short and sweet, and we already on 32 minutes of the show. And I didn't know I was going to spend this much time on Bryson Tiller, but the reality is, it's the structure of the record for me. Like, you got the biggest artist in music on the record, doing his thing, doing his Drake thing, R&B realm. Cool, it works, it's cool. And then he sings whatever, but there's no Bryson Tiller. It's just all Drake singing. Then the beat plays a little bit, then the beat stops, and it's a pause. It's like, why is there a pause there? I have no idea. And then the beat starts back up, and then Bryson sings. So it's like, it feels like it's two different records. Like, you could clearly tell that this must have been either a throwaway record for Drake and Bryson jumped on it, or this was I don't know. You can tell that this is not a cohesive song, and I just feel like Bryson been gone too long. He probably need to he gotta work this album. So hopefully with more listens you may feel better, or you go listen to it and let me know what you think. Like, maybe you like Bryson Tiller. Maybe you're a big Bryson Tiller fan, and so check out his album Anniversary that dropped today. 21 Savage dropped 21 Savage and Metro Boomin, Savage Mode 2. I listened to that this morning too to get me hype. Again, he got a song with Drake. That was the first song I listened to. It's all right. I wasn't really feeling that one for sure with them. But I mean, like I said, it's 21 and it's Drake, and so it's not a terrible song, but it's not it for me. Um, then I listened to right after that. He got a song with Young Thug, and even that one, I was like, I wasn't really feeling them. And I was, and usually, those artists usually make better records together and make better records separately. I wasn't expecting to hear that, but continue to listen to the album. Um, it's 21. It's that 21 Savage that I love, and I'm sure everybody else who rock with him love it too. So I got my 21 fix that I needed on that project, as far as beats, as far as raps, as far as crazy outlandish things that he say, and then of course his ad libs. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, like all those ad libs. He just does a great job, man. So if you want some ratchet, good hip hop, music, go listen to Savage Mode too. I was feeling it. The energy was there, especially if you want to work out. Just talked about make sure your health and everything. So go listen to Savage Mode too. Um, so that dropped. Lupe dropped a 2-pack called Tape Tape. Him and Soundtrack has produced the soundtrack, so go check that out. I heard one song before. He kind of gives his Lupe twist on trap music, which is interesting. But so go check that out. Who else dropped? It was a lot of music. Halsey, outside of R&B and hip hop, she dropped an album. Man, it was so many people that I had in my mind, and now West Side Gun from Griselda dropped his album today. So go check that out. I mean, it's gonna always be bars, man. It's gonna be bars. Another song that I like that I've been listening to lately is Benny the Butcher featuring Lil Wayne. I can't think of the name of it, but look for Benny the Butcher. He has a project coming out with Hit Boy. Hit Boy been all over the place this year. They got a project coming out sometime this month, and Wayne rapping like. Finally, he got Wayne to rap like old Wayne. You know what I'm saying? He sound like Wayne from No Ceilings, and you know what I'm saying? And back in those days, sound like 2010 Wayne. So it was good to hear Wayne give metaphors and bars like that. That was cohesive and made somewhat sense. It made sense for Lil Wayne's sake. It made sense, and it was in pocket, and he wasn't singing on it. Like, that's one thing that's been my harshest critique towards Wayne, because as much as I'm a Drake fan, I'm a huge Wayne fan, because those are my two eras of dope. Like when I was listening to rap and really like in rap and learn and just getting into like artistry and music myself, like these were the individuals that, not Drake, but more Wayne was the individual who was taking off. So Wayne, my only critic to Wayne is that he auto-tune everything. He still auto-tune and sing on things where I feel like he should just straight up rap and get these bars. And sometimes he have bars, but then he sing and it's just like, or he melodic, and it's like, come on, fam, get into this Wayne bag when you spitting these bars. So if you want to hear Wayne rap, go listen to Benny the Butcher and Lil Wayne record. It's a lot of other music, man. Meg Thee Stallion dropped a record with Young Thug. It's alright. I wasn't really, and it's crazy because I really like Meg. I like Meg be having the hardest bars and records out of everybody. But for some reason, I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't feeling this record. But maybe I got to be in the mode. Like I said, some songs hit this morning, some songs didn't. That was a song I heard this morning as well. But go check it out. Let me know what you think. Yeah, man, just a lot of music. Go check out the music, man. So many that it's hard to, run through them this week. And I'll be honest, I don't care that much. I don't care that much about it. I don't care that much about it, man, because I ain't write it down. This is just freestyling off the top of my head of the new music that I saw that I download. YG too. YG dropped his album. I ain't really get a chance to listen to it yet, but go check out YG if you rock with his music. I ain't see. Again, these artists dropping projects, and I get that we're in a pandemic, but I feel like there should be some type of build up. I know you can't go to radio stations physically, or you can't tour or do promotional shows or nothing like that per se, but I feel like you should be at the very least promoting these records. Like, all right, we all chilling at the crib, but if don't nobody know that these songs are coming out, or if ain't no advertisement anywhere, then how we supposed to know that these songs are dropping, fam? Like, the way that these artists are moving in this pandemic is in the same breath as unsigned independent artists like myself or anybody else who will want to put out music. It's like, don't nobody know you, so don't nobody know that this music is coming out, or you dropping it, or the people that see it be the people who know you more so, or who checking for you more so than the masses. And I feel like you gotta put out music and you gotta market it to the masses, regardless on if you can make. I get it, like not trying to spend a huge budget during this time, but then it's like a catch-22. It's like, if I don't put out music, I don't make no money. But if I put out music, I can't advertise it to generate money for the future. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You want to stay fresh, or you're going to be in that Bryson Tiller syndrome that I talked about a second ago. But spend some money, dog. Like if you YG and all of these other people, Bryson Tiller included, if you these people, and you got thousands of dollars for your budget. So then, but you don't need $1,000 if you YG or Bryson Tiller, but you don't need like $50,000 to promote y'all stuff. You can take 5 G's and have the same type of impact right now, because everybody has their phones and they're glued to their phones. Everybody is accessible right now. So the same way that, like, when we all moving around and everything is quote unquote normal, then cool. Yeah, you're going to need billboards. You're going to need all this physical stuff to be in people's presence, because they not just always looking down at their phone. But right now, that's all we got. All we got is our phone and TV, you know what I'm saying, who aren't reading books or working on projects like our entertainment, I should say, is our phones. So it's just like, fam, you should be like, it should be flooded in the spaces where people are viewing. So social media should have these ads of your new video, your new song, and it should be ahead of time. So not just like, oh yeah, here go my new song. Here go my new song this Friday, and next Friday I'm dropping my album type of thing. It's like, if you're not Drake, if you're not Beyonce, Jay, if you're not, Taylor Swift, if you're not these big names, Justin Bieber, if you're not these big names like that, then you shouldn't be dropping. You just shouldn't be dropping randomly. So that's just, that's just what I think. That's just what I think about it. So where am I at on the minutes? Because like I said, I'm going to get up out of here. We have 42 minutes, 43 minutes of the show. I got got a new beat that I want to play, and it's R&B related. So I made this beat. I think I made the concept to this beat on I want to say the 26th, of September, but I completed the beat on the 29th of September. So, and like I said, this is a hybrid beat, R&B or rap, but let me know what you think in the comments. This is the new beat of the week. So let's get going. So that was a new beat of the week. A R&B slash rap hybrid beat, more R&B feel, new age R&B feel. Yeah, man, that beat is a little upbeat, happier, happier sounding beat. Sometimes I stay in a darker mood, but lately I just been feeling different R&B bags. Um, and yeah, man. So let me know what you think about that beat, and in the comments. And I will post that beat. I have to add some new beats to my BeatStars page. Shout out to everybody who's on BeatStars, who listens to music. You can go to beatstars.com backslash GrandZ with a Z to check out my beats that's on there. It's beats that I played on this show, some beats I don't think I played on this show. So you can go check them out and listen to them. Or if serious inquiries only. Yeah, man. So that's really it for me for this week. Like I said, man, it's short and sweet. It's a Friday. It's October 2nd. It's a lot of stuff going on this month. We are 48 minutes into the show. I just want to tease a little bit what I've been working on, man. As far as this record, let's see. It's been a minute since I did this, so I just kind of want to, Yeah. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I forgot I'm still in my iTunes. All right, hold on. So this is what I was making, but because I was busy, I couldn't complete it. Yeah, that sound good, right? Next week I'm gonna play this beat for y'all. I'm gonna play this beat. So yeah, that's a new beat that I'm working on. I thought I would have it done before this episode, started, but got a little busy with work and got a little busy in general. So just preparing for just to hop on. But next week, I'm definitely going to play that for you in its entirety, the completed version of that record. So yeah, man. Yeah, that's it for me this week. This is a short episode for me. It's 52 minutes. Shout out to everybody who's hopped on and off the live. Appreciate you for hopping on and off the live each week. Every Friday, Grand Friday Fridays live happens. This is episode 24. So next week is episode 25, man. That's crazy. 25 of these bad boys. I appreciate just being able to do it. I have fun playing these beats and showing you the creation process, or just shooting the breeze and having a drink happy hour. This week happy hour was brought to you by H2O. I just wasn't in the mood to, have a dope drink. So, not right now anyway. Like I said, I'm in the creator mode. So I'm going to hop off here, work on this, get this done. So that next week you hear this and hopefully some other, dope tracks. Man. So enjoy your weekend, enjoy yourselves, and, stay safe. I'm out.